Hey guys, another Thorns video, and Thorns is very popular, especially for PvP. I did it myself, but only now I sort of realized kind of crazy thing about Thorns, especially this modifier. Thorns damage dealt has up to 80% chance to deal damage to all enemies around you. Now I did some testing, recorded some clips, and just to verify that it really works like this. For some reason I didn't realize that sooner. What this modifier allows you to do is basically hit twice with one hit. Normally when enemies do damage to you, if they hit you once, they take Thorns damage once from you. If they hit twice, we take Thorns damage twice from you. However, this modifier essentially turns or gives you a chance to turn Thorns into an AoE. Now what that means is that against single enemy, against single target, if you are close enough, it means that that enemy that hits you has a chance, up to 80% chance to get hit by Thorns again. So it's like 80% chance of double hit. Essentially this modifier works as a up to 80% more damage multiplier, because you have up to 80% chance to hit twice. This is not the only thing that is crazy, and probably this is one of the reasons why Thorns is so OP. The more targets there are hitting you at the same time, surrounding you, the more damage you're gonna do to them and faster you're gonna kill them all. So let's say you are in the middle and you are surrounded by 10 enemies, each hitting you once. You do not have this modifier. So each enemy hit you and they get hit by Thorns once. So let's say they take like 10,000 damage. Now as soon as you add that modifier, each enemy hitting you, there's a 80% chance that all the enemies gonna get hit by your Thorns, even if they don't hit. So one enemy hitting you has 80% chance to hit all the enemies for 10,000 Thorns, let's say. Now what happens when all 10 enemies are hitting you at the same time and you have up to 80% chance to hit AoE Thorns? By the way, the close enemies equal to melee range. I'm not sure if extending melee range somehow extends how close the close enemies are considered to be close. So now instead of, let's say, one hit, you are getting hit 10 times. And there's 80% chance that each hit will have an AoE Thorns, which is gonna hit all the enemies. So instead of each enemy getting hit once, there's I'm not sure how the math works out exactly, but let's say there's an 80% chance that each enemy gonna hit, instead of once, is gonna get hit 18 times. Just like that. So now instead of each enemy getting hit by 10,000 Thorns, let's say, they are now taking 180,000 damage, because all the enemies hit you and all of them have an 80% chance to proc AoE Thorns, hitting all the enemies close to you. And this Thorns modifier is like general, it can be used on any character, not just Barbarian. And I also tried myself to do a Thorns Necromancer, but I'm still not sure, and if you know, let me know in the comments below. Does this modifier on Necromancer transfer to every single minion? Because if that would be the case, it would be absolutely insane. Imagine if every single minion inherited this modifier and all of them had a chance to proc AoE Thorns when each enemy hit them, and you have a bunch of minions. That would be insane. So actually even in PvP you can do a trick. I managed to do it a couple times. How do you know? Oh, there we go. This guy number 100 came out of nowhere and just one-shot himself. When you see an enemy player approaching you, you can get close to other enemies, like the monsters, and those monsters gonna be attacking you, and if the enemy player gets close to you, there's a high chance that that enemy player is gonna get hit by your Thorns without even hitting you. So you can actually kind of use this trick to your advantage against other players. So one last thing. This modifier normally rolls up to 40% chance to deal AoE Thorns, but if you put it on two-handed weapon, you can get up to 80% chance. On amulet it would be extra 50% of that, well, so it would be up to 60% chance. There are like two modifiers for Thorns that you absolutely want on two-handed weapons. It is this one, which gives a lot of flat Thorns while berserking, and I would say this one. If you count this as a more multiplier, if you compare it to 40% like a base on let's say a ring, 40% you gain an extra 40% by putting this on a two-handed weapon. 40% more damage. So if I were to replace this, or basically swap this modifier with this modifier, I essentially would be losing 25% more damage, because instead of 50 it would be 25% increased damage while you have a barrier. However, because of this I would be gaining 36% more. So if you count it like that, I think it's just no-brainer that you have to put this on a two-handed weapon, which I actually had at the beginning, but later on swapped it without thinking, because I thought against single target, surely it's not gonna hit twice. So I thought that it's better to add like a big more multiplier on a two-handed weapon and just have some kind of Thorns AoE just for the clear speed. But actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. I'm already getting bored of Diablo 4, but the first season is gonna start in less than a month unless we delay it. And this week we should get information about season 1, or at least a release date. Maybe not full information, but just a release date. So I'm very curious what the season is gonna look like. However, I don't really have much desire to continue playing Diablo 4. I'm still playing Necromancer. I just want to try Explode, Corpse Explode build, and maybe Minion build, and maybe Thorns build. So I'll play it a bit more, but for the next like month, I'm gonna slow down with Diablo videos. But you can always catch me streaming. I'll probably be streaming some other games for a while. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.